Good morning. I'm Dr. Nick Walker, author of the book Neuroqueer Heresies and co-creator of the Weird Luck webcomic, and I am here today recording this video for you for the Weird Pride Day celebration in 2022. Happy Weird Pride, and for today's Weird Pride Day celebration, I am going to read you my favorite poem, Rant, by the beat poet Diane de Prima. This version of the poem can be found in Diane de Prima's collection, Pieces of a Song, from City Lights Books, if you're curious. And here we are, Rant by Diane de Prima. You cannot write a single line without a cosmology, a cosmogony laid out before all eyes. There is no part of yourself you can separate out, saying, this is memory, this is sensation, this is the work I care about, this is how I make a living. It is whole. It is a whole. It always was whole. You do not make it so. There is nothing to integrate. You are a presence. You are an appendage of the work. The work stems from, hangs from the heaven you create. Every man, every woman carries a firmament inside, and the stars in it are not the stars in the sky. Without imagination, there is no memory. Without imagination, there is no sensation. Without imagination, there is no will, desire. History is a living weapon in your hand, and you have imagined it. It is thus that you find out for yourself. History is the dream of what can be. It is the relation between things in a continuum of imagination. What you find out for yourself is what you select out of an infinite sea of possibility. No one can inhabit your world, yet it is not lonely. The ground of imagination is fearlessness. Discourse is videotape of a movie, of a shadow play, but the puppets are in your hand, your counters in a multidimensional chess, which is divination and strategy. The war that matters is the war against the imagination. All other wars are subsumed in it. The ultimate famine is the starvation of the imagination. It is death, to be sure, but the undead seek to inhabit someone else's world. The ultimate claustrophobia is the syllogism. The ultimate claustrophobia is it all adds up. Nothing adds up, and nothing stands in for anything else. The only war that matters is the war against the imagination. The only war that matters is the war against the imagination. The only war that matters is the war against the imagination. All other wars are subsumed in it. There is no way out of the spiritual battle. There is no way you can avoid taking sides. There is no way you cannot have a poetics. No matter what you do, plumber, baker, teacher, you do it in the consciousness of making or not making your world. You have a poetics. You step into the world like a suit of ready-made clothes, or you etch in light. Your firmament spills into the shape of your room, the shape of the poem of your body, of your loves. A woman's life, a man's life, is an allegory. Dig it. There is no way out of the spiritual battle. The war is the war against the imagination. You can't sign up as a conscientious objector. The war of the worlds hangs here, right now, in the balance. It is a war for this world to keep it a veil of soul-making. The taste in all our mouths is the taste of our power, and it is bitter as death. Bring yourself home to yourself. Enter the garden. The guy at the gate with the flaming sword is yourself. The war is the war for the human imagination, and no one can fight it but you, and no one can fight it for you. The imagination is not only holy, it is precise. It is not only fierce, it is practical. Men die every day for the lack of it. It is vast and elegant. Intellectus means light of the mind. It is not discourse. It is not even language. The inner sun, the polis is constellated around the sun. The fire is central. That was Rant by Diane Prima. I'll tell you a little story about that, a little story of weird luck. If you've read my book, Neuroqueer Heresies, you know that I originally developed neuroqueer theory and this term neuroqueer in 2008 in a somatic psychology course at California Institute of Integral Studies taught by my mentor, Dr. Ian J. Grand. Dr. Grand was a profound influence on my work and really supported me with his teaching in developing this whole concept of neuroqueer and all the work around self-liberation that I've been doing all these years. Anyway, this poem that I just read to you, Rant by Diane Prima, was a favorite of mine for many years, long before I encountered Dr. Grand and developed this neuroqueer theory. And it wasn't until a few years ago, after both Diane Prima and Dr. Ian Grand had passed away, that I discovered that for many years Dr. Grand had been Diane Prima's therapist. Hey, weird luck, it weaves its way. So here we are. Happy Weird Pride Day. Thank you for all you do to keep the flame of weirdness alive, and may you all be blessed with weird luck.